Welcome in, everyone. So tonight we are going to do a trade recap on, these were public ideas, so this is going to be a public video as well. So we had two trade ideas obviously called out Monday, January 1st. Market was closed that day. So we had Target and Pfizer. So we actually had both trades trigger. So this is, I'm going to go over the whale trade and the our entry trade. So let's start with the flow here. I want to, let's look at the trade ideas first. We're going to start with Target here. So we had repeated hits with a descending fill here on the 112, 143 call. And kind of just some basic information here. Obviously, you can see the volume where the whale entered, the ask side versus the bid side volume. So we're going to kind of go over this, and I'll show everybody kind of what to look for to in the next day, which can kind of help you to know if a whale holds or not. So kind of here's that, and obviously anybody can come back and take a peek at this and see how it was all priced out. I'm not going to dive super deep into that there. So Target here. So here was our call out here. So obviously 1229 market was closed Monday, so this was over the weekend. So looking at the contract here, let me bump this back out. So here was your whale entry again on 1229 here. You can see they entered here at 234 per contract, and looking at this today, you can see that 388 of those contracts transferred over. So looking back here, this whale was 354, so this whale was still in. So just something very simple you can do to check to see if a whale held a contract. So the whale trade so far, I'm just going to count it because I'm counting this as a day trade idea. Just we had pretty good profits on this, so we're just going to count this as a day trade. And again, this is the full range of the trade. You are not expected to exit at the top. You're not going to exit at the top. So keep that in mind. This is just the full range of the trade, just so everybody can kind of see everything going on. So I called out here the 119, 145 call with a break above 143.07. So let's go look here at the chart. So here is our 143.07 entry, and I'll pull it up on Webull after actually, but you can see we broke above, and I'll do it on Webull because it looks a little easier to see. So here's our 143.07. We broke above this actually 8:35. I'm Central Time. Obviously, you can see this is 8:35. So we broke above here, and we were targeting that 119, 145 call. So going to kind of go over the contract as well after this. I kind of touch on the movement here. So obviously we had a quick little pump here. I actually put a note out here saying kind of adjust stops up. I'm not going to re-enter anything. So kind of took some small profits if you got in there. And spreads were a little wider on this one. So if you didn't get in, that's not a big deal. When I see wider spreads, and let's take a peek at the spreads here actually quick. So 119. So kind of looking at these spreads, I mean, they were a little wider this morning. Like this, a $9 spread between those, I don't like that. Or a 9-cent spread, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that because if you hit the ask, you can be down a good chunk of the contracts right away. So we'll come back to that. But we had, on that second move up here, I mean, 143.0 or 143.16 up to 143.78. I mean, that is a 60-cent move. That's pretty good on the contracts, because when you look at the contracts here, so the 145s, you look at that delta's 42. So you're getting about 20 cents per contract there, which is not bad for a quick day trade scalp. So back to Target here. Sorry, just kind of going off on other things, but again, then you had that other run up here, about $1.10 from entry. So that's again a really good move, and I did put a note out again later saying just treat this as a day trade idea because we came back and bounced again. So that was Target. And looking at the contracts here, So again, 8:35 is when it triggered. So let me come over here. And I actually didn't get filled on this one because I was being cheap and wanted a really low bid. So 225 here up to about 285. So it's about 25, 26% per contract. Not bad. I aim for 20% at least. So this would have met my quota, whatever you want to call it. So again, nice little quick trade for a day trade scalp. So can't argue with that. So Pfizer was a really good one today for us. So let me adjust the chart here. So we, again, and both of these were momentum entries. So, and Pfizer was a little harder to get in. Again, another one I didn't get filled on because I missed that one candle because I was sending a message to somebody. So, but let's start with the flow here. So Pfizer, and the one, and obviously we have more flow here, but the one that stuck out to me was, where are we? This guy right here. So it was a weekly 28.5 repeated hits on the 105 calls. So this was in the money, and you can see, actually let me come back here one more time. So this was 12/29, so Friday this came in. So looking at the chart here, so this is your whale, 12/29. Here's their entry. And again, you can see we had all this volume on Friday. So 5,000, and a big chunk of that carried over. Obviously, come here. I love checking this in the morning just to kind of see what's going on. You can see here's your whale, and the flow starts to get a little messy here with some mid-side and bid-side stuff coming in. So this whale, and again, here's their entry. They were 45 cents a contract. You can come back here and see that as well, 45 cents a contract. And obviously you can see this was a pretty decent sized whale coming in, decent sized premium too. So looking at how, so actually I want to come back here one more time. So these contracts, again, I treated this as a day trade idea. Obviously this was a really big return on interest and everything. So kind of, I always say take profits when you can, especially on something this big, on a big run up like this. So 45, and he's topped out at 178 today. Again, that's the full range. So that whale, so 45 to what did I say, 68, 178. So that whale's about 295% or so. I'm very close to 300% on that one. Not good at math in my head, so. And that target whale was also about 36%, so 235 to about 310, so about 36 for that whale. So our entry again was 26% for the target. So our entry for Pfizer here though, so, and I called out the, where are we? So I like the 112.29 calls here. So just with some more time on there, and obviously you can see, so 29 calls. So, and again, we triggered right at open here. So let me come over here. So here we are, 8:35. So 0.52 for our entry, all the way up to 147. So that is 182% on this little day trade idea. So it's kind of why I treat it as a day trade. You're up that big, you're not risking keeping this overnight and just to get more. 182% is a great trade if you exited up that. And I know we had some people in Discord actually hit about 120%. So really like to hear that. But those are the recaps for DraftKings, Pfizer and Target there. So hope everybody enjoyed the video. Kind of gave a little walkthrough on what to look through with unusual whales. So have a great evening, everyone.